Hey everybody, welcome to the nightly vid. It's gonna be short tonight, so let's get to it. SPY, gap down buy to start. And you're gonna see first 60 of the day, they come in here and then notice this. 2 down, too strong to take new lows, too weak to make new highs. All these bars get stuck inside of that. So they just chop around the rest of the day. We are still an inside bar on the month. So we prefer the things taking last month's highs. We are still weekly in force and green at this point. And we got a 2-2-2 for tomorrow. The 2 up, 2 down, 2 up above that. So we're going to look for that on the SPY. We're going to look for that on the Qs. And we'll see what's up. Dow Jones already went 3, and it was much stronger with JP Morgan being a gap down buy. And this is something we actually missed today. But as far as how we can find that, it would be this. So Dow Jones, 2 down in green. And then it becomes a 2-2-60. And they take out all these guys in one go. Now you can see they do triangle out and then measured move of the morning move. So they go from what 388.34 to 389.62. So you get just about $1.31, and you can see about $1.47. So measured move of that later in the day with better continuity than the rest and already much closer to outside day. But picking the strength out of that in the morning is something like JPM. Notice how this is a 3. And by the time it's doing that, it's not quite an outside day yet. But when it goes 3-2, anytime you're outside of this morning 3, that's something you want to know. And it's relatively strong because it's a 3. It's not 2 down. There was the Rev Strat 30 in here to get that going. The other hint in the financials is this. So everything went recovery on the second 60. XLF went inside. And then XLF went inside and up, taking the morning highs on the third 60 of the day. So financials was stronger. SPY on the third 60 was not doing that. Qs was not doing that. Dow Jones was taking the previous highs. And in the XLF, there wasn't just that. There's also GS, which we picked out. And we actually did see the 3-on-2 in here, which you get the 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 outside day. So just missed out on JPM. Morgan Stanley was also kind of grinding up in there. So as far as banks go, this month, Goldman Sachs, you got this nice Momo Hammer month. And it is into recent highs. So exhaustion risk, be careful of that, but you still got really green continuity. So something we'll keep on the radar a little bit closer. JP Morgan, not quite a 2 up month, still an inside month. So maybe it goes, maybe it doesn't. We'll see. And as far as tomorrow goes, all the SMHs are still inside month, 2 up weeks. There's a few SMHs that are month and up. So NXPI, 2-2 day here. And this is wrong. Let me fix that. 2-2 day here would take last week's highs and would get the hammer month going. QCOM, 3-2-2 day above this would give you that 184.15 just about. And I get the week 2 up in green again, get the month going, which is bright green. So we just got to get that continuity changed around in the chips. And there's also going to be, there's one more name in here, NVIDIA. NVIDIA stronger than the rest of SMHs by going inside day today. So an inside up would be a 2-1-2 reversal. It's got the week green and in force. The month could trigger, and then that'd give you monthly magnitude. So we'll see if that stuff wants to get moving. The Utes today, they're just still blasting off. So they had the 3-2 up, 2 down, 2 up 60, and then off they go. And you'll see the 30, 2-2 in here as well. And then inside 30 inside 30 until the end of the day. So the Utes are still going, and you'll see there was a 3-2-30 in the morning as well. Go on the 15s. There's a 3-2-15 in here as well. So the Utes, NEE, you see this, a nice little 60 in here and gets it going. You got SO. And ever since yesterday, 3-2 on the 60 at the open, still just grinding up. Another 3-2-60 in here, and then another 1-3-60 in here. So they're just getting after it, and then duck. They did have some, triangling out in here today, and then 2-2-60, they just got right back to it. So in the Utes, you got a lot of evidence. You still have the months going, you still have the quarters going, duck, SO, you got the quarter inside and up, NEE, you got the quarter inside and up, a lot of previous range come back through. And the XLUs from the macro vid we talked about into the new quarter, Q2, they're well on their way through the PMG, and you can see they're speeding up as things start to come back through this stuff. So from the 3-2-2 weeks, still good. Just nothing really to talk about. Just let it rip, right? So we'll see if that's going to be the case and let them do their thing. There was some gapper stuff today we did do, like Rivian. We had the 30-2-2 hammer here, the 60-2-2 here, and good all day. Boom, 60 at the close. Sets up the 3-2-2 for tomorrow, potentially. We'll see. Uber was a gap down, goes green, so you might get this triangle in here. You got the 3 on the week, so it is a broadening formation. And that would reclaim this previous 3 here. So 2-2 day would get you back above that, working your way back through the try maybe. So we'll see. In Upstart, you got a nice little try in here and the gap down buy on earnings today. Didn't trade much of this today, but you got this big old try, and we could redraw it to this perfectly fine. So 2-2 here would give you the 3-2-2 back up here. So we can look for that as well. And we know financials are moving, so it makes sense. Outside of that, let's see. There's a few things that we looked at this morning on the gap list, like Bros, which still is a very green 2-2 week in force, 2 going 3 month. And there's also Lyft, which is a 2 going 3 month. The weekly continuity did not hold, though. The daily was a kicker here. So it's longed into this to take these guys out and then see if they're going to step up or not. And the 60, third 60 of the day, they said nope. And they triangled out the morning guys. So not much there in the morning. It was really just get in and then it rips to the highs. There's some 2-2-15s in here. And then you can see these 2 bars on outside of these 2, stuck inside of these 2. And then inside 15 down, it takes the other side of the broadening formation. And takes low a day. So really it's just slow outside of the Utes as far as we're concerned, and then the financials got moving today. So that's going to be it from me. As far as tomorrow goes, we're just going to look for some 2-2s. We're going to stick to the gaps. There's some earnings gaps tonight. Specifically, there's like APP, I believe, is going to be gapping pretty good, and there's also Hood earnings gap, which went really high and then started fading a little after hours. So in the morning, check Lane's gap list on Twitter, and that'll be about it for me. Adios.